This is a certified hood classic.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Baba Booey.
All rise, orders in court for what is now Florida Detroit Friday.
Yes, that's right, Creed. The great city, almost said the great state of Detroit, but you know what? Doesn't matter. We can do what we want. It's Friday.
That's right.
We'll cover plenty of Florida, Darren. We got to chase. So take a second, kick back, hit the like, and let's check out what Detroit has to offer.
And Detroit too, D-Man. And Colty says hi to everybody who wanted to join us today. He likes Detroit.
Gets her first
From
from
Detroit.
Ivan Mason. What about Malik Mason?
Yes, sir. He will. Did you want to start with Malik first?
I want to do both of them together. Is that possible?
Yes, sir. If you could just give me one moment, I'm going to have to take them into a separate room so that they can sit for arraignment together.
Okay, that's fine.
Are we in a different room that doesn't have a hole punched in the wall?
Oh, would you rather do Mendoza first and then we can do
I think
Mason?
we're just further away from the hole. I think the hole is behind her head.
Give me 1 second.
There it is. There it is.
Never
There it
mind.
is.
All right.
There it is. I knew it. I knew it.
I want to know the story behind that. You know that there is.
Oh, it's somebody just raged.
Had to.
Raged. By the way, he was wanting to bring I guess their brothers in together. So while they're gathering the brothers together, we'll see somebody else. Like
All right, Your Honor.
Bill.
Or Deborah.
Mr. Mendoza.
Nope, that's
Hold on,
not
state
a.
your name, sir.
That's not a Deborah.
James Mendoza.
All right, it's case number 82-247-10793. Houston, Michigan versus James Mendoza. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kashava Kirkland on behalf of Mr. Mendoza, who has been advised of his rights, wishes to stand mute and waive the formal reading.
He's topless.
This
Creed.
court is not guilty plea on behalf of Mr.
TOPLES.
Mendoza. Argument is the bond. This is allegedly his mother. Is that correct?
Oh,
Yes, Your
geez.
Honor.
Allegedly his
Okay,
mother.
proceed. What's your
Allegedly his mother.
Allegedly his mother.
I can be allegedly his mother.
I'm not sure. KC Carey, thank you. First $2 of a Friday. I love that.
Oh, bringing in the sunshine already. Thank you, Casey.
Judge, I am asking for a personal bond in this case. I'm not objecting to a GPS tether because I want to urge our request for a personal bond in this case for a couple reasons. One, there's no amount of bond he can afford to pay. He's currently not working. But Judge, he has some serious mental health issues, that are making
She's gonna say the
being
same
in
thing.
custody really difficult for him. And I was able to very apparently see them during our interview. He's very agitated. He lives with depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. So he's having a hard time in there. So we're asking for a personal bond with the GPS tether. He will go to his girlfriend's home. He lives with his mom, but he understands he cannot return to that location, and that would not be an issue. Has strong ties. Lifelong resident with 4 children. So we are asking for personal.
does
Sorry.
he work?
No.
He
Does
does
he
not
work?
work, Your Honor. He does not work. No.
Come on.
Okay,
Judge.
personal bond, GPS tether, house arrest, no contact with the
Mom.
your mother, no contact with the Polk Street address, pretrial,
See him smiling.
23rd District Court in Taylor. Any questions regarding the bond and or court date, sir?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Judge, what was the number on that personal?
$10,000 personal bond, no contact with his mother, no contact with the Polk Street address, GPS tether, house arrest.
Suckers.
All right.
Suckers.
Okay. Officer, we can do the Mason guys.
Mason guys.
All right, Your Honor. If you could just give me 1 second, I'm going to go ahead and
Sure.
place the, Zoom
I heard.
into our arraignment room.
I heard.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see the new Naked Gun movie. We'll see.
I know. Listen, Naked Gun 2 and
Okay,
what was it?
Kirkland, I'll be
2 and 3. What is it? That 1/3?
Naked Gun, then was Naked Gun 2.5, then it was 3 3/3.
3 3/3. Yeah. I actually enjoyed all 3. That's not something that you normally do with
Nice.
movies that
They knew the formula that worked. They stuck with it.
Madonna, hello. $20 Friday continues. No. $2 is fine.
Look at that. Coming in orange. Thank you, Madonna.
Love that. The
Heck yeah.
Creamy something express.
Free me, it's Friday.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Right back, okay?
Okay. And did you want me to call River Rouge and Livonia and Dearborn Heights and have them zoom in? We've already.
Please do.
I want
Okay.
one of those calendars, by the
Please
way.
do. Thank you.
Next.
Next.
Button.
Not Dearborn or Dearborn Heights.
Okay.
Look at Judge's fan. That's like 2 inches from the face. That's a hell of a fan. Judge's hair is going to be blown in the wind. Hey, it's the brothers.
Sir. Appreciate the patience.
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Entirely possible.
All right, gentlemen, state your name for the record.
Ivan Mason, Malik Mason.
We're the Mason brothers.
82-247-1083-001 and 02. Ms. Kirkland, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kashana Kirkland on behalf of Mr. Malik Mason and Mr. Ivan Mason, both of whom have been advised of their rights. Wish to
Not
stand
today,
mute on reading.
TD. Not today.
Court of not guilty plea on behalf. Argument, Ms. Kirkland.
Thank you, Judge. So on behalf of Mr. Ivan Mason, Judge, I am requesting a personal bond, a high personal bond, if not a 10% bond. In this case, he has no prior criminal record other than juvenile, nothing currently pending, not on probation or parole. He actually lives in Las Vegas, so I would be asking for permission for him to return home. He does know that he still needs to return for his hearings. He was in town actually for his mom's funeral. He got here on the 21st. Her funeral is in 2 days on the 29th. And he actually has a flight that is already scheduled to return back to Vegas on June 4th. And he is working in Vegas as well at the airport at Avis Car Rental. There's not much that he can afford to pay. So that's why I'm asking that the court consider a high personal bond, if not a 10% bond for this individual who has no prior criminal record. Regarding Mr. Malik Mason, Judge, I'd also be requesting a high personal, if not a 10% bond. He has no current, not currently on probation or parole, no cases pending, no assaultive criminal record. Lifelong resident of the Detroit area, has 7 years, so he has strong ties to the community here. At this point, there's no amount of bond he can afford to pay. He is working on his own, doing cleanouts for houses. So we're asking, I would not object to a GPS tether in that one. I just request that he still be able to, that the court would consider allowing him to still work.
Yes. Didn't OJ used to work for Avis?
Quite the flight risk. At some points, I think, all right, well, you know what? You got a damn ticket to Vegas. You're
only in town for mom's funeral and got arrested.
Yeah. In some respects, it's like, all right, well, it's one less. You gotta come back for some court stuff, though. I don't know.
Oh, it was Hertz rent a car? Okay.
All right. Well, it's close.
I'm sorry. It's been a long time.
Been quite a while.
Corporal? Okay.
He's not in this room, sir. He's still in the detective bureau. Would you like me to go get him?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I got you. Be right back. I got it.
Okay.
Judge really taking his time with this one. He really wants to get it right.
He really is. He really is. It's just suspenseful.
And Judge,
Okay, one moment.
Everybody at once. Calm down.
No problem. Okay, yes, Ms. Kirkland.
Just one addition on Mr. Ivan Mason. He does have strong ties, even though he lives in Vegas. He's been in Vegas for 8 months. He has strong ties to the community. His family is here.
He has or had?
He has. His family is still here. He is in Vegas. His family is still here.
Huh.
Mom is dead.
Yeah, they're there for a funeral, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's making a point. Does he have a reason to come back?
One moment, Livonia. Just give me one moment, everybody.
I don't know. Like the only trouble, didn't they say the only trouble for the one, the Vegas dude? Didn't they say the only trouble was like juvie stuff?
Yeah.
Eh.
But we don't know how old he is. Maybe that's all he's had time to do.
Oh, that's true. It could be like 20.
All right,
Oh,
just
thank
one
you,
second,
Vicky.
Your Honor. We
Appreciate that.
your patience. We're having some technical difficulties. over
He's
here.
trying to get signed on to Zoom right now. We're sending him over.
Is that Livonia?
Yes,
Heck.
Your Honor.
Okay.
See that hole? That's what you stick your hand through to look at the video games if you're ever at
I
Brindle's.
think I got everybody except Southgate. Okay. Let's see.
Getting close.
Good
Too
morning.
sweet
Morning.
and loud.
It's taking a long time for him to find him.
Yeah, did the cop get murdered? I mean, where did he go? We need to talk to him. Come back. He just wandered off. Yeah, getting close to 50, and probably today should hit 20 million views.
My God.
I think we only need like 20,000 more, and we'll get that today.
Okay,
that
Ms.
a
Kirkland, I
jail
got
fight?
everybody logged in. We're gonna do Southgate last.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
What is going on, Judge?
That's them, not us.
Oh my goodness, Taylor.
Even the judge is like, what in the world's going on here?
I know I was waiting. I'm like,
Where's the cop? Like, we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different counties up here.
this is like
All right,
what
Corporal
happens when one
Johnston,
airplane is
I
late at
wanted
the
your
airport.
thoughts as to Ivan and Malik Mason. Your thoughts as the bond recommendation?
As far as Ivan, he clearly lives out of state. I would suggest a GPS tether, if not a high cash bond, to make sure he makes his next court date. Both individuals show a couple of these juvenile adjudications on an unarmed robbery for Ivan, as well as a carrying concealed that got dismissed. As far as Mr. Malik, he does have a carrying concealed that he pled guilty to in the past. And then it looks like he was pled guilty to home invasion, has a bound over home invasion second degree from 20. So I would request individuals and a high cash bond if not.
I didn't catch like 50% of that, but whatever.
The bond.
High cash bond.
Caught
All right,
that.
let's see how high it is.
50K.
For both parties,
$500.
$50,000 cash surety, no 10%. For both defendants, if able to post bond, GPS tether, house arrest. Probable cause June 3rd, preliminary examination June 10th, 23rd District Court in Taylor. Have a good day, gentlemen.
What did he say? 20?
Judge,
Yeah.
You're on
may I
back.
make one other request, Your Honor?
How you gonna tether a guy that doesn't live
Would it be
there?
possible for the jail
I
to
don't-
take Mr. Mason to his mother's funeral in 2 days?
Is he gonna be able to post bond in 2 days?
No, Your Honor. This is unaffordable.
Okay, so I guess that's a no.
Woo!
All right.
See you, moms.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, thank you, Taylor.
They're
Thank
gonna
you,
have to
Taylor.
tether him to a house there, and he lives in Vegas. Come
Did
on,
you
man.
just see that really awkward zoom in there a second ago?
Let me see it. Back it up.
Watch this. Watch down here. This guy. Watch this zoom
Your
in.
Honor.
All right. All right, thank you,
Watch.
Taylor. Thank you,
Thank
Corporal.
So awkward. What is that, dude? Is he getting ready to?
Are you
Was
ready?
I don't know, but what's Alex Jones doing here?
All right, Mr. Oldham.
Talking about gay frogs, obviously.
247-108-5101. People say Michigan versus George.
By the way, yeah. So that last one, man, not.
I love the dramatic pause. He was like, "He's gonna make bond in 2 days," and I guess it's a no. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have messed up. You should have thought about what you were doing before. If you wanted to make it a mom's birthday, mom's funeral. I mean, it's like a reverse birthday.
A reverse
Um,
birthday. Yeah, good point. Ouch. Yeah, that one stings.
Oldham, appearance, please.
Good afternoon, good morning, Your Honor. Kashava Kirkland on behalf of Mr. Oldham, who has been advised of his rights, wishes to stand mute and waive the formal reading.
We're going to not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Oldham. What's your bond recommendation?
Judge, are you asking me?
Yes.
We're requesting a personal bond in this case, Your Honor. He has no prior criminal record, nothing currently pending, not on probation or parole. He and the complainant do not live together. They are divorced. He does work in Ohio, so we would ask for permission for him to travel to and from Ohio for work. We are asking for a personal bond because at this time, and
You think I'm like shocked by it? So up here.
he cannot afford, to pay
Was Alex
much bond. He did recently file bankruptcy and is paying on that in addition to child support and then his own bills as well, because he does live, on his own. So we are asking for a personal bond in this case.
He's a big boy, Judge. He lives by
Okay,
himself.
Detective Lyles, what's your bond recommendation?
Judge, I got no objection to the personal bond. However, the only thing that we would request is a no contact order with the victims, one being the ex-spouse and one being his 7-year-old child. I do know there's a joint custody agreement.
Speaking of 7.
And I do ask that the court put a no contact order for the son so that he doesn't have custody of him just until this case is resolved. Due to the nature of it and due to the fact that the son is a victim and does have is a witness as well.
So that doesn't work out very well. We're talking about using that as he's got a son here or there. And then, it's part of the case. So
look, we've seen it a million times too, where people are in a position where it's like, hey, I'm going to make sure you're not going to see your kid again. Even though it's court ordered, I'll say something that has happened and it'll set up a situation. Hopefully that's not the case here, but we'll see. Thank you, Rosemary, for not paying attention.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, $10,000 on a personal bond. May travel to Ohio for work.
For business.
No contact with both victims. Next court date, probable cause June 6th, preliminary examination June 13th, both at 9 a.m. at 27th District Court in Riverview. Any questions regarding your bond and or court date, sir?
Your Honor, can I ask a question real quick on the protective thing with him? Am I allowed to go watch his sporting events away from everybody?
No.
Okay,
No.
Just double checking. Okay, yes, sir.
Sporting events.
Okay.
He's 7.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can I? Hey, Judge, let me see. Can I get a safe distance and I can check it out? Maybe you can pick up some supplements for me.
Julius Turner.
All right, this is case number 82-247-1088-201. Houston, Michigan versus Julius Turner. Appearances, please.
Good afternoon. Good morning, Your Honor. Kashava Kirkland on behalf of Mr. Turner, who has been advised of his rights, wishes to stand mute and waive the formal reading.
We're going to not guilty plea on behalf of
Thank you, Pamela.
Detective Long. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
What is your bond recommendation?
Was it 10,000, 10%?
Okay, Ms. Kirkland, response, please.
Yeah.
Judge, we are asking for a personal bond in this case. He has no assaultive convictions in his record. He's a lifelong resident, does have 5 children, so he has strong ties to the community. At this point, there's no amount of bond he can afford to pay. So a 10% bond would essentially leave him in custody.
He's an habitual fourth.
He looked very confused when she said that about him not having any money.
He's like, come on, honey.
He's got something going on.
And he has a child in common with the complaining witness.
With his eyes there.
But they don't live together.
Yes, Your Honor. He understands that he cannot have contact with the complainant, and that will not be an issue.
Can he go to his sports events and stuff, though, with the kid?
The 5 kids he's got?
$10,000 personal bond. No contact.
Thank you, Carl Edwards.
Many appreciations.
Victim. You're not to possess any handguns.
She also needs to stop saying good morning and good afternoon. That's the second time in a row.
Yeah, and they've talked to each other like 20 times already.
No contact with the Parkwood address.
That's right. Do you have to keep saying that?
Yeah, it's like
Habitual fourth, I believe you said too, Becca.
Ms. Kirkland, I'm flirting with a
Disaster.
tether.
Ooh, flirting with a tether. Interesting.
Since he's a have-4, he's not to possess any handguns.
Good afternoon.
These factual
Good evening.
allegations look very, very peculiar. I'm inclined to give him a tether. Can you respond to that, sir? Ma'am?
Judge, I would request that you not impose a tether requirement. There's nothing on the record showing that he's a risk of flight. He has strong ties to the community, and I know he does have a criminal record, but it looks like all those have been resolved, so it looks like he can appear in court. They're not in warrant status. So we are asking for no tether. In addition, I just want to emphasize that his convictions are non-assaultive.
He does have a pending warrant for child support out of Macomb as well.
Okay. All right. I don't see a need for a tether. $10,000 personal bond, no contact with the victim, not to possess any guns, no contact with the Parkwood address, probable cause June 5th, preliminary examination June 12th, and 34th District Court of Van Buren. Do you have any questions regarding the bond and or court dates?
No, sir.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you.
I say good day, sir.
Westland, Mr. Pitt,
He got off for nothing, man. Good deal.
stand up, state your name.
Martha.
My name is Trent Pittz. Trent
All
was
right,
right.
calling case number 8. Calling case number 822-4710875. Houston, Michigan versus Trent Pittz. Ms. Kirkland.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kashava Kirkland on behalf of Mr. Pitts, who has been advised of his
Said
rights.
morning
wishes to
again.
stand mute and waive the formal reading.
For a not guilty plea on behalf of your client,
Extra.
Sergeant Bradford, any bond recommendations?
Yes, sir. Court's discretion. He doesn't really have a long, lengthy history to me. Just requesting that he avoids contact pending court adjudication, no weapons, no drugs or alcohol if possible.
Okay, before you proceed, Ms. Kirkland, I noticed something in the record in the investigator's report. The report indicated that the complaining witness has stated that they've been dating for 2 weeks, but have a 3-month-old child together.
Okay. What?
Yes, Your Honor. I have that they have a child together. I don't have that they've only been dating for 3 weeks. I'm not sure about that.
Huh?
I just thought that was odd.
Yeah.
And they had been living together. But proceed with your argument, Kirkland.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll just.
All right, I love this. You see that conversation. You got a 3-month-old baby. They've been living together, and we've only been boyfriend girlfriend for about
2 weeks.
maybe 3.
That's great. That's great.
That's one we haven't heard before at all.
I like that.
Christ. Okay.
To the important pieces because I do not object to the personal bond. He will go to his mom's house. He understands that he cannot have contact with the complainant. He is 20 years old with no criminal record, nothing currently pending, not on probation or parole. He is working at Amazon, has strong ties to the community. And at this point, there's no amount of bond he can afford to pay.
Amazon will hire anybody.
All right,
yeah,
$10,000 personal bond while this case is pending, sir. You not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. No contact with the Scottsdale address where this incident allegedly occurred. No contact again with the complaining witness. Is that clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't see a need for a tether at this point. Pre-trial, June 6, 2024. I would strongly admonish you, sir, if you violate any terms and conditions of this bond, you're likely to stay incarcerated while this case is pending. Is that clear?
Gamer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have any questions regarding the bond and or court dates?
No, sir.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think the honeymoon's over for those two. I mean, two months is all
Back
it
to the
takes.
record in the matter of Miss Jackson-Tarver, Mr. Reagan asked the bond.
New judge.
That's the bond. My
New
client
day.
is 32 years of age, judge. No prior criminal history, not on probation, parole. She works as a home health aid worker. Children, judge,
One more time, Mr. Reagan, you broke up on me.
All right, let me start again, judge. My client's 32 years of age, Your Honor. She's a home health care worker. She has prior criminal history, not on probation, parole, or anything like that. Again, 4 kids. She works to support her kids as a single mother. This case is unfortunate, Judge. It's always unfortunate. when someone gets shot. Now, my client, Judge, got into a disagreement with the complaint. Complaint judge picks up an item and starts to chase my client. My client starts to retreat, but she's afraid. She's fearful. She has a holster on. She has a gun in her holster. She's a CPL holder, and she's being chased. She's starting to get hit by this woman, and in fear, they have discharged one round. She stood there. She waited for the police to get there. She went outside, didn't move, was told not to make a statement. And she did, Judge. And unfortunately, because the other lady's trying to make a statement, my client, somewhat said, I guess what might have happened, Your Honor, she's charged with a win, but it wasn't the intent. She was just fearful. And it's probably going to be a real self-defense issue that comes up later. I'm just asking, she has no history of any type of assaultive behavior or any behavior, Judge. I'm asking for reduction to a personal bond, obviously no contact. She's not trying to have contact. She just wants to get back to work. She's missed Friday and she's missed yesterday, and Monday and Tuesday as well, Judge, and Wednesday. She's trying to get back to work to support her
every day of the week.
I'm asking for reduction to 100,000 personally, Your Honor.
Well, it's personal then.
Your Honor, the situation is when the police arrived at the location, the defendant was sitting on the porch and she said to them, "I shot her." Okay, she admitted that she shot her. The police report indicates that the defendant and her daughter, which is what it says in here, got into an argument and were pushing each other. Nothing said about the victim picking up anything or assaulting her or hitting her.
Oh.
We have a witness that was there who said that, Kimberly Camper, who said that she came over, they got physical, the defendant was pushed against the wall, and with that, she pulled out her gun and shot her in the stomach. And we have the victim who now, after surgery, said the same thing.
I can only think like that one, it looks like some Wild Wild West shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody up like outside of the saloon and just got done. You just caught him cheating at poker. It's like, man. That's so we've got two really different, very
different. Because where's this weapon? Where's this threat to life?
wow.
I don't know.
All right, boy, I got to tell you, I flipped quick on her. Here in the first part of that story, I was like, okay, all right, I see that. Yeah, definitely self-defense. Definitely. Somebody running after you like that. Okay. Well, not this other story. Holy shit.
She went there in critical condition that the person did that.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, they found the shell in the house. We're asking for the bond remain the same. Thank you.
All right. I've had a chance to review the investigator's report. These are very, very serious allegations that I do believe creates a dangerous situation, not only for the complaining witness.
Yeah, she held up against the wall, shot her in the stomach, allegedly. I mean,
I believe it was the great Mystical that once said, "They keep bumping me against the wall."
But the
shot him in the stomach 2 times before.
First round of that was that she was being chased. They had
chasing her down.
Oh boy,
I don't know.
To the community at large, this is a situation where someone was shot. I don't know if it was their home or their mother's home, but that's what I have before me. But I also have a defendant with no criminal history, has a registered weapon. Sounds like there's at least an admission that she was the one that did the shooting, but as we know, that there's more to this story than set forth, or at least right now. I am going to reduce the bond to $100,000 personal, but I'm going to make a house arrest with a GPS tether. I
just lost their job.
It is a safe situation to have Miss Jackson-Tarver out and about right now, and but I do believe that the safety can be maintained with Miss Jackson-Tarver at home. Ms. Jackson-Tarver, I'm going to set the bond at $100,000 personal with house arrest, GPS tether. Ma'am, you have to remain at the house while this matter is pending. Do you understand?
Yes.
No contact with the complaining witness, Ms. Kayla Camper.
Yes, I understand.
All right, the next date is going to be before Judge Giles on
Jow.
May 7th, 2024 at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. That concludes the hearing.
Thank you.
It was hurried because the case was ending.
Mr. Reagan.
it's still a beaut, and the shot was straight right through the belly button,
right in the stomach area. It's terrible shit.
Loud. I see what you did there. The Emperor.
Mr. Bond.
1 second, Judge.
Oh, Miss Jackson.
1 second.
Oh, baby belly bop. Baby belly
Mr.
bop.
White currently has a $10,000 cash surety bond. This is a B&E of a
For YouTube's sake, it was a belly button.
Absolutely.
building Capias, Judge Jefferson, from April 23rd.
Random New York lawyer. It's always kind of slightly right on the edge. It always makes us wonder. Lots of things that look like penises are drawn.
It's an interpretation
by Mystical Mikey.
I'm asking the court to consider personal bond. My client is on parole, Judge. I don't want to be honest. For being, I am asking for personal bond, Judge. In this matter, it's non-assaultive. I did explain to Mr. White. We did explain the reason. Oh, I'm sorry. We did explain the importance of coming to court, Judge. Now, what Mr. White explained to us is that his tether had died. Has a leg, his left leg was messed up.
Yeah, these are a little bit different than your typical first appearances. So I think you call them more. What do they call them? I don't think we're at the discovery stage. That would be once you get
probable
past
cause
hearings. Maybe. Yeah.
But his tether agent came out to the house and got him. He does have a learning disability, Judge. He does have a severe learning disability. I just want to point that out. I did talk to Mr. White. I think he really understands now.
Thank you, Paisley.
You know, he needs to call. He's 60 years old. And I think it's important, Judge, that, you know, he come to court. I think the court can put him on tether, Judge. He can
Very quickly, those of you who don't know, on our Discord, if you were part of that, I think it's almost all the way down to the bottom. There's a thing that you can click on there. Whenever Mikey does a drawing, which is kind of rare these days, which is nice because that ups the price of them, you know. MFTs, basically. Down the bottom, you'll see that. First person to screenshots them and uploads that to our Discord owns it. I don't know what the hell you're going to do with it. You could maybe trade it. You could, I don't know, you do whatever you want with it. But you can own your own MFT. And like I said, they're kind of rare these days.
understand now. He understands now the importance, and he will make all court dates, Your Honor.
All right, for the people.
Yeah, the defendant has 9 breaking and entering and larceny convictions, Your Honor. He has stolen property, possession of stolen property, malicious destruction of property. This incident was all caught on video where he went ahead and grabbed a table stand or umbrella stand and tried to break into this coffee shop. Then he couldn't get through the door. He broke in through a window, Your Honor. Shows him breaking in, going inside, taking items, and then leaving, and then walking down the street. He then goes eventually to another store where a person said he comes in there, it's in the report, and steals items. The owner of the first store, he said on 3/9/22, I made a police report because we had him breaking in again. So not only is he on probation or parole for other charges that he has, he continues to do the same thing. The same night that he was arrested for breaking into the store, he's going at 3 a.m, knocking on people's door, banging on people's door, Your Honor. So I just think he just keeps on doing exactly what he's been doing for a long time, Your Honor. So every year it seems like he has a charge. As soon as he gets out of jail or prison, he gets another one. I'm asking that the bond remain in place, Your Honor. Thank you.
Well, I can comment as to the history. If he's on parole, it sounds like there's a violation coming. As to this matter, I'm going to reduce the bond to 10,000 personal GPS tether house arrest. Mr. White, I'm not sure if you're going to get out before your next hearing date, but let me guarantee you, sir, that
Yes, sir.
if you're picked up again, it's going to be a.
He broke into a coffee shop, Creed,
Yeah, because he doesn't use doors. I get it. Yeah,
with an umbrella, as you can see.
that's an umbrella. Okay.
Stole a pot of coffee, but lucky for or unlucky for him, this this coffee shop had a dog that stayed in there and it bit him right on the nuts.
Huh. That sounds like a very familiar story. Anybody know that story? Feel free to leave it in the chat. Just that you know. And also poll today. Is that an umbrella?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the question.
Remand, and you'll just be in here until this is resolved.
Okay, Your Honor, but I'm working on my disability, so I hope I do get out because I got to sign in papers so I can resolve all this and get my life together.
Well, you're going to be at the house while this matter is pending. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Next date is May 7th before Judge Jefferson.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. That concludes the hearing.
He's got a learning disability. He can't learn to stop stealing shit.
2405579-101. Today is the date set for the redetermination hearing. Appearances, please.
Samuel A. Ragnan for the people, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Philip Reagan, appearing on behalf of Keyshawn Bradford.
All right, I see that bond was set at $100. Mr. Ragnar, do you have an objection with me reducing this?
What?
I have no objection, Your Honor.
It was
Mr. Bradford, sir, why'd you miss your court date?
It's $100.
I missed it because I was on my bike one day and I was riding to the store and somebody had scratched me, and I had to go to the hospital. And I was in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days.
All right, Mr. Bradford, let me make this clear. It looks like bond was set at an amount that they thought you can afford. It looks like you cannot afford that amount. So I'm going to reduce this to a personal bond. But Mr. Bradford, let me be clear. If you mix your next court date, they're not going to reduce this bond again. Okay. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so your next date is
a shitty excuse for missing. That's what he said.
I know exactly what he said. I'm going to explain it in photo.
Sorry, sir. 1 second.
Take your time, Judge.
More time it gives me to draw.
Sure.
All right, so your next date is going to be May 7th. That's next Tuesday before Judge Robbins at 36th District Court. Sir, you're going to get the information to Zoom in, but if you don't, if you can't Zoom in, you make sure you come down to 36th District Court, okay?
Good.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, so I can explain to you why he missed court, Creed.
Yeah.
I was going down the road and going running this car crash into me. So I go to the hospital, so I missed going. He got hit by a car on his way on a bicycle.
What happened? It looked like the car took a bite out of the wheel there.
Well,
he's flying through the air like that one live chase of a motorcycle we saw that day.
Yeah. So that's why he didn't make court.
Welcome back, Trish. Hope you didn't get hit by a car, right?
No mics on the beach with peace and love. 7 days.
Bond set at $1,000 personal. No weapons while this matter is continued.
It's kind of like a hidden Mickey when you're walking around Disney World. Yeah, there's some things there for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that concludes this hearing.
Yikes.
Gentlemen at Division 1, can you tell me your name?
Yeah.
Latrell Williams.
Pretty bad when you can't get $100 together to get out of jail.
Williams, case 24056990001. Today is the date set for a bond redetermination hearing. Appearances, please.
Samuel A. Ragnan for the people, Your Honor.
Reagan on behalf of Mr. Latrell Williams, Your Honor.
All right, today is the date set for the redetermination hearing. Mr. Reagan Esteban.
Judge Esteban, my client, Judge, is 31 years of age, does have some priors, Judge, in the past, Judge, but this is a situation, Judge. My client works every day, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., has 5 children that he does support. This is a case where he says that the complaining witness is making all of this stuff up. I would note, Judge, that EMS was refused. It's alleged they got into a verbal argument. He grabbed her by the neck, strangled her. She did not lose consciousness. She did not
lose what?
Lose consciousness. She ran out of the house. Made a call to the police.
Incontinence.
And do EMS. So, Judge, I'm asking the court. They've been together for 16 years. He says that she's making these allegations up. She's upset. I'm asking for a personal bond. Obviously, no contact. And we talked to Mr. William about not going back over there. He understands that. So I think that if the court did set a personal bond, I think that in this situation, there would be no contact, and I would ask the court to do so at this time.
All right. Mr. Ragnar Esteban.
Well, Your Honor, the report I'm sure you've read, he hit her in the face with an open hand, then he strangled her. She didn't lose consciousness, but she had difficulty breathing. Very extensive assaultive history here, Your Honor, going back 11/16/2010, attempt felony home invasion, which is dismissed, 5/12/14, home invasion, first degree, dismissed, pled guilty to assault with a dangerous weapon, and the second charge of felony assault with a dangerous weapon, dismissed. 8/6/16 home invasion, first, pled guilty. 1/4/19 home invasion, dismissed, and a dangerous weapon, dismissed. He also had a 5/10/18 malicious destruction of personal property and assault and battery and domestic violence, dismissed. Also a domestic violence, dismissed back on 1/4/19.
Ouch.
10/14/21 breaking and entering in a building, found guilty. Assault with dangerous weapon, dismissed. 4/25/22 domestic violence.
Wow.
Dismissed. Home invasion, dismissed.
How?
4/25/22 domestic violence, again dismissed. A different incident. The date of the offense was different. 8/3/23 assault with intent to do great bodily harm, pled guilty. He's on 3 years probation, and the domestic violence was dismissed on that. So, Your Honor, he is on probation from 8/31/23.
How? In a million years. Is that
behind
sick?
bars, Creed? They call him Teflon because nothing sticks to him.
Was that 6, 5 or 6 at least?
Yeah.
Potential
Over-
DP cases that were just dismissed. Does he have $1 million for lawyers? Is that why he's working 9 to 9? Just pay damn lawyers, get him all.
I don't know
out.
when he's got time to have kids as much.
Good.
He's
God.
working 12 hours a day every day, and he's constantly breaking and entering and beating people up and home invading and
Holy crap. I talked about Bruno. Thank you. $2 late fee. Appreciate that. Hallelujah.
For assault with intent to do great bodily harm. And he was on 4/13/11. He had a home invasion second. He pled guilty under HIDA. 8 violations of probation he had, Your Honor. And then the HIDA was removed. So I don't think he shows up, but I think he's a danger, definitely, to this victim. Multiple arrests for domestic violence and convictions for assaultive behavior. I'm asking for the bond to remain in effect. Thank you.
Judge, I could say a lot, but I'm not going to be quiet right now. Let the court.
Mr. Ragnar, you indicated that the defendant is on probation right now?
That's what I have, yes, Your Honor. From 8/3/20.
Is that what HIA is? It's a young offenders diversion program. Makes sense. Thank you, Paisley. HIA. Educational channel.
He pled guilty to assault with intent to do great bodily harm. 3-year probation, 8/31/23.
Is this Third Circuit?
You know, I didn't write that down. I'm not
Worst
sure.
case out, Judge.
All right.
You got no
I'll do it
facts.
next time, though.
What do you think he meant about
I got a lot to say, but I'm gonna be quiet or something.
basically
like that?
that our system is foobar?
No, I think he was going to say, you said a lot of things and also heard a lot of dismissals, Judge.
Mm-hmm.
Heard a lot of dismissals. That's what we got to look at, Judge. The dismissals. It's not what he's charged with. It's what he's convicted for. Oh, well, hello, Miss.
I just won today because it's Friday. And we're not dealing with
CAD. I don't even know what that part means, but
CADC, CPRC, Mrs. A. Allen. But there's an
Glad you're
M
here.
there, right by your face. For M, for Mrs. Welcome.
Glad you're here.
Glad you're here. Kiernov. Dismissed late for your $2. Thank you. $2 Friday continues. Yeah, I don't think you have to point out to the judge with that many DV cases dismissed. I think he can figure that one out himself. There's an obvious issue here. I mean, that's craziness.
He's gonna
All right, I had a chance to review the investigator's report. While I do not have 2 felony convictions for assault of crimes in here, I do have a number of misdemeanors as well as a felony conviction. Actually, take that back. I don't believe there is a felony conviction. Am I right on that, Mr.
A rap sheet like
right,
that,
Judge?
not even one felony conviction.
Yeah.
That's
No felony convictions.
Again.
A heck of a lot of content. Actually, I do. I got a home invasion second.
Oh,
yeah. He's a half free. He's a half free, Judge.
Yeah, I don't.
Go ahead and look it up, Judge.
These are allegations, and I do believe that this does create a dangerous situation. I do believe they can be mitigated with a.
Okay, cool. We have a lot of people in here that are very proud, going strong, staying sober on many different levels, and that is
one of the toughest things anyone can do.
Yeah, we've talked about that extensively with a lot of the wonderful people in the chat. So,
without a cash bond, so I'm gonna set bond at $10,000 personal.
Jeez.
GPS tether house arrest, and he can't be at the house where he lives at, where the complainant witness lives at, who Mr. Reagan, you indicated that you think she's making this up, but I've got a number of convictions here, all assaults. These all have the same complaining witness on here, and some of these are convictions. So, either a judge or a jury did not believe that she was making this up.
She keeps going back. No, Judge, I wasn't there. I can't say.
She keeps going back.
Or they're still together after 6 days.
She keep going back.
Well, I shouldn't say going back, but they're together.
Absolutely not. These are allegations, but you're not going to slander complaining witnesses on these matters.
No. I'm not trying to slander anything. I'm just saying these are allegations, Judge. These are allegations.
We're talking. These are allegations, but I've got convictions here involving the same complaining witness. Convictions.
Okay, what convictions, Ron? I heard Mr. Ragnar said a bunch of arrests. I'm sorry.
I said convictions as well, Mr. Reagan.
I apologize.
Ooh, judge didn't like that.
Never, ever do I want to ever slander a complaining witness.
Yeah.
I don't know the circumstance.
that is a whole different level, right? With that all of those that were dismissed, all those alleged allegations.
But like you said, there were a few in there. Not all of them, but there were a couple things here and there that he was convicted for. And for him to come in with well, it couldn't be that bad. They still together. I mean,
oh yeah, no, that's bullshit. You can't do that.
And by the way, I don't want to sound racist, but I'm pretty sure that white dude up there killed somebody.
Ever do I want to do that?
I don't have a criminal history in front of me, but just a quick check on the JIS. I see convictions involving the complaining witness.
Yeah.
So these are allegations, and they're going to play themselves out how they play themselves out. And I'm going to grant a personal bond because I don't believe a cash bond is necessary to make sure that Ms. Hines is safe as of now. But no contact, house arrest, somewhere else. All right, that concludes this hearing.
Judge.
Wow,
Yeah.
that judge did not like that comment.
No, what a way to end that one.
But good for the judge standing up for the alleged victims.
No doubt about that. All right. So got any premieres today? Or?
Creed 1 is going to kick off in about 5 minutes over on We Got a Case. Don't worry, wherever you're watching right now, you're going to be magically transported there as soon as this stream ends.
Nice.
Also, one at 3 p.m. with a guy coming in so high into Judge Simpson's court, he thinks he's got to be on more than just the weed.
Oh,
so you don't want to miss that, along with some great landlord-tenant stuff.
Florida Friday gets kicked off at 4:05 East. We got a chase today.
A woman soft citizen will be joining us for that one.
Oh, great. Can't wait to be triggered by a sovereign citizen. And then 5:30, round out the day with members only.
So stacked, I don't even want to mention what's going to happen there.
Get ready. We'll see you then for that. So looking forward to it. Yeah. I guess I got to thank everybody.
Yeah, that works.
I'm ready for that. The Freebie, it's Friday Express. KC is first. Thank you. Madonna with a big orange. Familiar. I talk about Bruno that was late and paid a late fee. So it's all right. Not calling you out. Kirnoff is late. By the way, thank you guys a ton. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Only one dipshit today. We didn't even make a spectacle of it. Get out the way, bitch.
You upside your mother forehead.
Greg's
all right.
kicked off Capri out there.
Who did?
Greg's.
Damn it, Gregsy. Apologize right now to her.
Ain't having it. Gregsy, apologize to KLF. Damn it, it's Friday.
All right, guys. True. All right, heading to the premiere. Stay safe, stay hard, stay tuned. Go back in time, watch some old videos. Why? Because, damn it, they're just that good. Peace out. Not shit ass security for starting a fight. On the highway.
Hey, Rich, welcome.
True. Ciao.